Hey y'all, what is up? My name is Amadis. For those of y'all that are new here, I usually do law school vlogs, tips, tricks, things like that, but we're currently on our semester break, so I figured I would take the time to do a coffee shop tour around Austin. So this is going to be a compilation of coffee shops that I've frequented during the semester, but also some that I've been meaning to try and just haven't gotten around to doing. So I'm really stoked to get this started. Coffee is definitely one of my love languages, and I'm really excited to kind of show y'all what I've been loving and also show y'all a few other places that I've been meaning to hit up during the past few weeks. The first coffee shop we're going to today is called Revival. I'm super excited. I've been wanting to try this one for such a long time. It is super cute, definitely my aesthetic, and it's Latina owned, so I'm really pumped to get over there, see what it's like, and to go ahead and taste their coffee. So that's where we're headed to today. I have a few more on the list that I want to try, so go ahead and stick around. So at Revival, I ended up getting one of their white peppermint mochas as part of their seasonal drinks. I definitely should have gotten it hot. I knew that as soon as I took a sip. I was like, this is good, but it should be hot. So that was my bad, but I'm sure it's great hot. It was still a good drink cold, but it's just one of those flavors that you need to experience hot. So that one's on me. They don't have the best parking situation. They have a small lot behind the building, but we ended up having to just do street parking because there wasn't any spots available. If a business has accessible parking, I'm there. I'm a fan. Big bonus points. So I don't take away from my experience at Revival because the parking was not great. However, it didn't really enhance the experience. So just be wary that if you do end up trying to go to Revival, that you may end up having to park on the street. Also, just like aesthetically, it was gorgeous. Like very me, very pink, very girly. That's just what I'm into. If that's not something you like, you may not really vibe with Revival, but I'm a very pink girly girl, so I definitely loved it. Definitely my aesthetic. And it also wasn't super crowded. I feel like that would be different on, you know, a Saturday morning or Sunday morning, but we went on like a Wednesday, like during the day, so it wasn't too crowded at all. But I can definitely see it getting crowded, and the entire building isn't super big, so I feel like it can get kind of tight in there, but that wasn't our experience when we went. So I have actually been to a Merit Coffee before. They started in San Antonio, which is where I'm from, so I kind of grew up going to Merit. They have a lot of different locations in San Antonio, so this was not my first time going to Merit, but this was my first time going to a Merit in Austin, so I was kind of excited to see if like there was a different vibe, if anything was like noticeably different. Truth is, not really. It was the same kind of vibe as the ones in San Antonio. I would say this one was a little bit busier though. I don't know if that's just like an Austin thing because everything's busier in Austin, or if Austin just likes Merit more than San Antonians, but it was a little busy. We had to sit on one of the couches first, and then we were able to snag one of the tables that had opened up, but I ended up trying their candy cane mocha because they still had it from their seasonal menu, and I had tried a couple of different Merit things previously, so I wanted to try something that was new to me. So I tried their candy cane mocha. It was definitely more mocha-y than pepperminty, which maybe was a little too much for me. When I get a peppermint mocha, I like the nice balance of the mocha and the peppermint taste, and if one is just a little too heavy, then I'm not a super fan. It was still good. I think if you're gonna have one more than the other, you should have more mocha than peppermint, so it wasn't bad, but I just wish there was a little more of a balance there. Again, the one we went to was a little bit busy, but it was a nice working environment. Like, I could see myself sitting there for a few hours and doing some law school work. They didn't have a lot of like assigned parking, but there is a garage nearby in the triangle, so it wasn't the worst. It was just like a little like 2-minute walk to the garage, so it wasn't bad. I don't think I would make this place a go-to spot for me just because it was a little too busy for like a Thursday afternoon, but I would definitely go there if like one of my friends wanted to go. So it was a good time. I think overall I liked Houndstooth. I'd been to another location on Lamar, and I think I liked that one better than the one that we went to this time. I got the same drink, you know, a vanilla latte. It was, you know, tried and true. It was good. It wasn't too bitter, it wasn't too sweet. It was just a good old-fashioned vanilla latte. However, this location was weird because they didn't have like actual charging ports. They just had like the little USB slots, which, you know, doesn't really do me any good when I'm there trying to work and my laptop's dead because I can't plug in a USB cord to charge my laptop. So that was weird. I didn't like that. Once our laptops died, we were kind of like, well, I guess we'll just go home then. So we were kind of just done working. Definitely more of a sip coffee and talk and just kind of chill vibe. Not really a hunker down and work kind of vibe. Although the one I went to on Lamar definitely had more charging ports, I still remember it being kind of scarce. Like, I think I had to kind of search for like an outlet, which is still weird for a coffee house in my opinion. But if you're looking for a place to meet up with friends and just sip on a latte and chat, I think Houndstooth is a really good place for that. Alright, I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this right, but Bennu Coffee House has probably been my favorite discovery so far. So I get their Great Gatsby, which is one of their signature mochas. It is so good. Like, so good. I literally had 2 the last time I went because it was so good. It's a really nice, chill working and hangout space. It's open 24/7, which I think is awesome because I'm definitely the type of person who will just get a stroke of productivity at like 7 p.m. and by that point some coffee shops are already closed. So the fact that they're open 24/7 for weird productive rush people like me, I appreciate. But the one thing that I'm not a fan of is they have 3-hour Wi-Fi access limits, and you have to purchase something in order to get the Wi-Fi access code. So I don't love that. Unfortunately, that is kind of a thing here in Austin, and I kind of get why, but I'm not a fan. It rubs me the wrong way. So, but other than that, Bennu Coffee House has probably been my favorite discovery so far. Out of all the coffee shops on our tour, Stay While was probably the most unique experience out of all of them, mainly because I had really no idea what it was going to be like going in there. I had seen a couple of pictures. They have a really nice Instagram, but it doesn't really show too much of the actual coffee shop. So going in, I didn't really know too much about the place, what to expect, and it definitely was not what I was expecting. So the entire coffee shop is actually a coffee cart inside a queer bookstore. So it was actually a really cool spot. Like, they had books by different authors talking about different like queer topics. They had cute little like t-shirts and stickers and just various like knick-knack things. It was a really cute shop, and I actually really liked my coffee. I got a winter mocha, which is basically, it just tasted like a white mocha. It was really good, but unfortunately it wasn't like a good like working spot. There were no tables inside. It's literally just the cart and then the bookstore. And there were some tables outside. However, I went on like a chilly day. It was like really windy, so I just opted to take my coffee to go, and then I just went home because it wasn't a good spot to like do some work. So there is that. It's not a good like work spot. It's a nice experience. I do want to go back. I want to go back to mainly shop the like bookstore part, and maybe try a couple more things from the coffee cart. But as far as like going there and doing work, definitely not the vibe. Definitely more of a like trip around Austin kind of vibe, but still super cute, super fun. Definitely going back. So out of all the places on our coffee tour, Summer Moon is definitely my personal favorite, mainly because a 3/4 Winter Moon is like my comfort coffee. I go probably every other week during the semester just because I like working there. I like the cozy and comfy environment, and it's never too crowded. It does get a little packed sometimes, but I've never really had an issue finding a table, so I like going there for that reason. Not every Summer Moon is like that though. There are a few that are not super work friendly. Actually, the one closest to UT has like 4 tables and like a bar stool, so it's not super work friendly, although it does look like a really good place to like go and hang out with friends. They have a really nice patio, so I can really see myself out there on like a spring summer day sipping on my Winter Moon, but I can't really see myself working out there. So for that reason, I don't go to that one too often, but the one I go to on Bee Caves is a really good location to do some work, so I do that quite often. The reason I get a 3/4 Winter Moon is because the full original Winter Moon is just like a little too sweet for me. The Winter Moon is sweetened with their moon milk, so it is a really sweet drink naturally. So if you're like me and you want something a little less sweet, you can order it 3/4. They add some whole milk instead of just all moon milk. You can also get it either half or 1/4 depending on your preference of sweetness. Alright, good morning guys. So it is a new day, new coffee. Today we are on South Congress and we're going to be checking out Joe's. This place has been on my to try list for a very long time, but since the semester was so like crazy, I didn't get a chance to try it. So today we're going to take a stroll on South Congress and go try out Joe's. This is an Austin staple, so I feel like I can't say that I live in Austin without actually trying Joe's. So we are going to go ahead and do that today. I think out of all the coffees we tried these last few weeks, Joe's Iced Turbo is my new obsession. Like the moment I took a sip from that drink, I said, this is gonna be a problem because I am obsessed. Like it is so good. So the Iced Turbo is their signature drink. So you walk up to the Joe's window and right on the window it says Iced Turbo. It's this like chocolate hazelnut latte basically. I don't think it's terribly sweet, and I feel like I'm pretty sensitive to sweet drinks, but you can really taste the chocolate, and if you're not the type of person who's like, this chocolate's not my thing, you may not like this drink. But I love mochas, I love chocolate, I love hazelnut, and so having all that together in one drink was just like blissful. They also have a less sweet option, which I think they sub the latte for like nitro cold brew, I think. It's called the Belgian Bomber. It's supposed to be less sweet. I haven't tried that. I only tried the Iced Turbo. And again, I don't think that one is super sweet. So I imagine that the Belgian Bomber is just kind of like bitter. So be warned. We went to the South Congress location, which is completely outdoors. So there are some like charging ports and like outlets around, but I wouldn't say that this is like a spend all day working there kind of place. This is definitely more of a like go hang out, maybe do some work for a few hours, enjoy like the sun on a nice day, but this is not like a place that I would say like you can spend all day working there. But anyways, yeah, I'm obsessed with the Iced Turbo. It's definitely my new go-to drink, and there's a location on Red River not too far from my apartment, so best believe that that's going to be my new go-to. Thank you all so much for watching and coming on our coffee shop tour around Austin. If I missed a coffee shop that you love and you want to see me cover it, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I would love to check it out. And if you made it this far, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you stick around. Thanks all for watching.